SNL has been slammed for having Dave Chapelle on as host. So
What?
pretty crazy. It actually is. I was like a little bit unexpected that Chappelle's gonna be hosting SNL.
Well, that's their thing though. They're trying to not get.
He's trying to not be a pussy anymore.
Well, they had him after. They've had him a few times.
No, but Heat's been not since the Heat like this has been on him.
Didn't he do it a year ago or something?
I don't think since like the Netflix protests and all that sort of stuff.
I thought he did have one since then. I could be wrong, but yeah, they try and be spicy. And Black Star, I didn't realize that. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. But I just thought it was funny because they like, I almost like it when all these big institutions, like at one point you're like the 7 biggest comedians in the world are like blacklisted. Like, you know, a lot of people would say, you know, you'd get in trouble if you had Gervais, Louis, Rogan, like literally the probably 10 biggest comedians in the world. 7 of them were like taboo to have on your show.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Which is just such a funny thing to like try to be competing in comedy. And then you're just like, hey, the top 8 people, we can't have them on. You know, but it is so. This is funny because every time this happens, they go SNL. This is the headline. SNL apparently thinks it's a good idea to have Dave Chapelle host this week.
Yeah,
I'm sure that they probably know that it's maybe not going to go as smoothly as thought. But
I mean, what, you know, who cares if a couple people? If anything,
of course, who cares?
Just more buzz.
But the funny part is, whenever, of course,
these people who.
But whenever
like,
they do this, everyone goes, "Wait, I thought they canceled them. Is it possible that cancel culture isn't a real thing?" Tweeted ex-Netflix employee Tara Field, and it was just like that take is always funny to me because it was just like these people are absolutely incapable of understanding any nuance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go, has anyone ever lost anything from your tweet storms? You go, yeah. So it's like, okay, so does it only work if everyone ever loses their job on the slightest infraction? It was just like an absolute incapability of like understanding any nuance.
Sure. And again, what do you want? Like, you want him you didn't like his jokes, so he's just like his livelihood should be taken from him?
And more importantly,
and if they don't do that,
well, yeah, they take it away. But more importantly, on top of that, if you go, they say, hey, I think that cancel culture is like not real. And it's like, so why are you doing this then? Like if you're admitting that you believe what you think, you go, hey, us protesting and all this stuff, cancel culture is not real and it doesn't work. Then you go, then why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Right? Why are you writing this then if you think it makes it worse?
Just yelling into the void, you know?
Furthermore, cementing that cancel culture definitely does not exist in the way people claim. Dave Chapelle will be hosting this week's episode. Despite the fact that Chappelle's comments have sparked widespread backlash from everyone from Netflix's employees to students at his former high school. It's always like stuff like that too. We go, even people in, you know, even like Silicon Valley liberals and college kids, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, they have to make up a story.
But you never hear, it's like, you're never going to hear, you know, Chapelle sparked outrage at places, for example, Netflix, the university, and the loading dock. But anyways, it goes on and on. But it was funny because that's one of those things where you go, yeah, no shit, it's a good move. And it's like, to some degree, I guess that's good that some big things are realizing that, you know.
I mean, I don't know the extent that you even really watched SNL recently.
No, it drives me.
But they are trying to turn a page and kind of forget.
And Marcelo's there. He's super funny.
Yeah, Marcelo's great.
Funny.
But I'm saying like they are trying to like kind of change the perception of being this like Hillary Clinton.
No, I know.
Stuff.
Yeah, of course, because people hate that shit and they don't want to like just their ratings to keep going down like all the late night hosts.
Yeah.
But that's one thing. It just, I feel like when things have been around this long, instead of being treated like a legacy thing, it should just be treated like another show. Like one of the things that drives me nuts the most is when I do a video and people will be like, oh, like SNL should be watching you. And you're kind of just like, I don't want to be on Saturday Night Live. Like I'm fucking in my mid 30s.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like, it's like maybe if I was like, had been there for 10 years, but it's like, this would be the time when I would be like leaving maybe. It's
for
like,
sure. Yeah,
dude, it's like, I'm not interested in like a full-time writing job in Times Square, like for 50 hours. Like it's just like,
also they don't even do like, they used to bring on people who are like older, but they don't even do that anymore.
Yeah,
like,
it's not,
I don't think you get on there if you're over
that was
30.
not like on my things of like, if I've never even ever wanted to do that. It wasn't because I'm not like particularly into that kind of like improv-y
sketch stuff.
Yeah, like I like sketches, but not that kind. I always kind of like, you know, I thought obviously Tom Green was the best, but I liked, you know, like, like Portlandia or whatever. Like I always thought the sketches shows that were kind of like outside of the thing were cool. And I know those guys came from SNL, but I just was never like the hugest like SNL head.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even something that like I wanted ever.
That's just the term people know, you know.
I know, but I hate it. I wish it was. I wish it wasn't.
RuPaul's Drag Race. You should be on there.
Justin Trudeau just got that gig.
I heard.
Did you see that?
Yeah, he's gonna go on there.
Justin Trudeau's.
Stay away from the shoe polish, Justin. That's not for you.
That is pretty funny that Justin Trudeau is gonna be on RuPaul's Drag Race rating drag queens.
I mean, dude, he's got nothing left to do.
Yeah, that is.
He's done everything there is to do as a prime minister. Now he's just got to like kind of just finish out his days, just fucking the dog, you know?
Yeah, I guess he is. This is him fucking the dog a little bit. But the funny part about this is the going the other way was we've always said one of the funny parts about all this stuff was that there'd be some like older comedians that have had the same act for like 30 years. And then they sort of were like, no, I'm like edgy again.
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, you can't do racist jokes. And you're like, that's all I fucking do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh yeah, like fucking this, I'm like, guy comes up to at the convenience store. He can't even speak the language, you know, like actually the caricature.
Yeah. I mean, basically, Jeff
Can you
Dunham.
think of I don't know. Can you think of a good like old school racist joke?
Well, like a street joke.
I'll tell
Jeff Dunham had
to be like, what do you call
terrorist.
like a white chick that has a kid with a black guy, a single mother? Like that would be like an old school one that people would say.
That's super fucked up.
Agreed. That I can't believe that I even repeated it.
Bleep that out, please.
That's not my joke. Danny, please. Dude,
don't tell Lord Michael.
Sorry. Don't tell your people. I know you guys have been getting.
Do you want me to do to you what they did to Kyrie?
Danny, I just wanted. You know what's worse? You know how you're you're the original Jews and then there's the black Israelite. Yeah. What if
we're the fake Jews.
You're the fake. No, but there's the Jews and then there's the black Israelites. What if I'm like a white Israelite where I think like wasps are the real Jews?
Good luck with that.
That's my new thing. It's like, I think you're both wrong. I think like white Anglo-Saxon people from like Ireland and stuff. I think
they're the original.
I think we're the real Jews. Yeah. I think, I don't even think Jesus was, I think Jesus was like Irish.
Just Irish, yeah. He's just a ginger.
I think
Jesus
Irish
was a ginger.
Yeah. Gingers are the real Jews.
The black Israelite thing, the weirdest thing is
we are the real Semites.
I can't really get a beat, and I've been watching a lot of their content.
I know you
can't get a real beat.
You're about to go full like Zionist.
No, I think it's hilarious.
I know, obviously.
I'm like, someone said it.
I've been tagged in things where people will be like, Danny's getting mad, and I was just like, someone said that to me. Someone said that to me that like you're getting fired up, and I was like, you don't know him. He's like not like that.
No. I'm enjoying myself.
He doesn't have a soul.
But someone said
Danny doesn't have a soul to be mad.
No soul. But someone said in the comments on one of my videos, they go, the black Israelites is QAnon for black people, and that was like exactly like it is. It is their QAnon because you're like, first off, you're like, what do you want? Like, what do they want? So they go, okay, you're like, if all the Jews go, or the Jewish people like me go, okay, fine.
You're the...
Now...
Oh, that's one of the things the guy said. I don't think I remember. I remembered that last time we were talking about it. He goes, that's why they call them Jewish.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Means not really Jewish.
100%. Yeah, he goes, exactly. He goes, they're Jewish, we're Jew. Like, right? And you go, so assume we concede that. Because it seems like their gripe is that they're not allowed to be Jews,
but they are.
But nobody's stopping them.
But are the black Israelites getting turned away from synagogues?
I mean, if they're yelling, if they're yelling about Hitler, probably, probably not getting. But like, they can make their own synagogues.
Sure.
Like, I couldn't just. There's synagogues in New York. I can't just go show up there.
You have to register. Like, it's like a dentist.
You gotta be like a member.
Yeah.
Because they only have limited like seating or whatever. Like, they'll be like, yeah, you're not a member here. I don't know. Go somewhere else.
Okay.
But so it's like, but why can't they start their own thing and just be black Hebrew Israelites?
You know what? That's such a good point.
Like, what do they want from it's unclear what they want specifically from Jewish people.
But doesn't that all kind of boil down with all this stuff? It's like people sort of complain. They're like, this group has too much power. This group has too much power. And it was like, it really is the boil at the end of it. And you go, what do you want them to do about it?
Yeah.
Unless your answer is like, take it all away. It's just like, well, I just want people to know, I guess.
Yeah, but that's the thing too, is like, this isn't even the media where you go, fire them all. right? Or whatever. We go, let's fire them. This is like, you can't stop people from practicing Judaism. like you can't be like, oh, like how could you possibly stop that? Even if you say they can't have synagogues, like Jews have dealt with that before. Like you'll do it at home. Like you can't stop them.
Sure.
Some people are probably watching this horrified right now, being like, "Oh God, he's right. We can't stop them."
Hear that? Yeah, that's Danny being like, "People have tried to stop us before. We're unstoppable. We are unstoppable."
They're going to be projecting this on like the side of a building in Harlem. In Harlem, being like, "See, look at the devil." He goes, "You can't stop us." Someone actually
they're rubbing it in our face.
Someone tweeted at me about them because I talked about the movie, and they go, "They're playing this movie all over Harlem on projectors right now, dude."
Is that true?
That's what he said.
Oh my God,
they're waking up.